Back in September 2024, things were not looking good for a Minecraft movie. We had Pink Sheepgate, the CGI looked terrible, the humor looked cringy, and everyone thought a Minecraft movie was going to be terrible. But I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that a Minecraft movie is good. It is a good, fun movie, and cinema is back, baby. Look, okay, maybe I wouldn't go that far given the rest of what 2025 has given us in terms of cinema. It's a big call, but I'm gonna say it. A Minecraft movie is my favorite film, the best film of 2025 so far. I'm gonna tell you why that's the case and why you should go and watch it in cinemas. So, a Minecraft movie is directed by Jared Hess, no relation to Hess Flicks as far as I know. It follows two orphaned siblings, Henry and Natalie, played by Sebastian Eugene Hansen and Emma Myers, as they move into a small town. They come across a friendly landlord, Dawn, played by Danielle Brooks, and Garrett, a retro gamer stuck living in the past, played by Jason Momoa. They end up accidentally stumbling across a magical cube that transports them to the Overworld, the world of Minecraft, and there they meet Steve, played by Jack Black. The evil zombie piglins in the Nether are trying to get this cube so they can use it to be transported to the real world, pillage everything here for gold, and this group of misfits has to come together to try and stop that from happening. Look, this movie, it definitely has its faults. It's not the perfect movie. Probably the thing that comes straight up for me is that the characters of Dawn and Natalie, they're pretty useless. Like, they don't really have much development. They're not really that useful in the story. And the movie much more focuses around the central trio, which is Henry, Garrett, and Steve. But at the same time, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because there is only so much that you can do in an hour and 40 minutes. And at the same time, I'm still glad that Dawn and Natalie are there as part of the cast because I think it is important to have more of a diverse cast for this movie, given that the player base for Minecraft is so huge. I think it's good that they did have that representation there, even if the characters were a little bit underdeveloped. But yeah, those central three characters, they work really well together, and I think the movie balances it close to as best as it could with having 5 sort of key central characters. I think another criticism that people might have of this movie is that it's too comedic. I think a lot of people would have preferred a Minecraft movie to be about, you know, the lore of the game. Who's this guy? Like, what's he doing in the world? Why is there all these creepy things like zombies, skeletons, etc., etc.? The movie, it doesn't really go into that, but I think it's important to remember, and the creators of the film have said this, that it's deliberately titled a Minecraft movie, not the Minecraft movie, because it's not the definitive take on, hey, this is the lore of the game, you need to follow this, and if you don't, it's wrong. The movie is not trying to say that at all. I think it's a creative expression of what might be the story behind the Minecraft world, but they don't try and go and answer all these questions. They leave it a bit ambiguous, and there is still some tonal moments where it does get a little bit creepy or it does get a little bit dark or disturbing. Personally, I would have liked to see a little bit more of that, but I do think for what this could have been, based on what we got from the original trailers, they're still able to capture some creepy moments. You know, I'm talking about like the Enderman. There's a really good scene where one of the characters, Henry, he looks directly at an Enderman, and they realize that in a unique and creative way. There's also other sort of darker moments where, you know, they've got a contraption where chickens get killed by lava and the characters eat the chicken. There's a bunch of times as well where piglin characters get killed and they just turn into these steaming pork chops. And that's kind of dark when you think about it, but it's in line with the logic of the game. Even some villagers get killed. I think that works really well. But more importantly, above all of that nitpicky kind of stuff, this movie made me want to play Minecraft again. And that is the most important thing that this film should do. It really captures that spirit of fun and creativity that everyone feels when they go in and play that game. I don't think that's necessarily an easy thing to do when, it's these big companies adapting an IP, trying to cash in with some money. But I think they do it in a way that comes across to me as genuine. I think there's a really special core message behind this film as well. It's all about creativity, embracing that, and then also at the same time saying that, hey, the real world is probably the most exciting and interesting place where you can become that creative person. Minecraft is fun, it's awesome, and you can unleash your creativity in there, but also there's a whole real world out there for you to go and take those lessons and apply them in reality. And I think that's a really important message for young kids to see when they watch this movie. So for me, I truly do believe that this film has its heart in the right place. And I've got to say, the cast completely won me over here, especially with the humor. Watching the trailers for this, especially the jokes that they chose, I was like, oh man, this is going to be so cringeworthy, but it's not. Really, instead, you can see the Jared Hess directorial style of comedy that's very present in the other film that everyone knows, Napoleon Dynamite. That sort of translates through here. The movie is kind of like taking the mickey. It feels way more self-aware. There's even some moments, when Jack Black breaks out into song that could have been cringeworthy, but the characters are kind of sitting there like, bro, what are you doing? It just feels like it alleviates that pressure from an audience to be thinking, oh, this is really funny, guys. Like, the movie's not saying that. The movie's just having fun. And that kind of carefree spirit really translated to me as an audience member. And this is an experience that I haven't had with a movie in cinemas in such a long time. I genuinely felt like this film had funny moments that I'm going to remember and want to go back to. And the other thing as well that's really important as a part of that, this movie knows how to slip in a few cheeky little adult jokes or adult themes within the humor that kids, they're not going to understand it, but if you're an adult watching this, you're a parent, you're going to get a laugh out of it. And movies like Toy Story or Monsters Inc. back in the day, they completely perfected that way of comedy and telling jokes in a kid's film. It feels like that is an art that's been completely forgotten now. And it's just so refreshing to finally have a kids movie come out that seems to have that extra layer. Overall, I do believe that there's enough in here that true Minecraft fans will be able to enjoy. Different things like chicken jockeys, redstone, mine carts, woodland mansions, iron golems, all these little references. Yes, sure, they're buzzwords, but I think the creators of this film genuinely had enough love for the game, love that's genuine, that is translated into this movie. Look, I think a fair criticism is that perhaps at times it maybe takes that and runs with it maybe a little bit too much. There's a few moments for narrative purposes that you're like, I can't imagine this happening in the game. But then at the same time, you'll sort of be taken out of it a bit and go, well, like this is turning into something more Jumanji-like rather than Minecraft. But then the way that they resolve the situation is very Minecraft and rooted in the laws of the game. And I think that's an important thing. And also, overall, the CGI, it was actually good. It was genuinely, fun to look at. I think it's also important to remember everyone hated the look of it in that first trailer, especially the pink sheep. I reckon they adapted the colors a little bit. And also, kind of ironically, the pink sheep got eaten by zombies in this film. It was very brutal, and I'm almost wondering if they added that after they released the first trailer as kind of a sort of a tribute and a nod to how brutally the internet reacted to that pink sheep. But yeah, back on the lore of the game and how that translates to this movie, I honestly do believe if you're able to just sit back, relax, and take this movie for what it is, it doesn't have to capture everything about Minecraft. It's very Minecraft inspired. If you can do that, I really do believe that you're gonna have a fun time with this. I went and watched this in IMAX in 3D. I was sitting back, I was loving it, I was enjoying it, and I think that's just really key to your enjoyment of this film. You kind of have to reset your expectations, know what the trailers have teased a little bit and go, okay, this isn't going to exactly fit everything I want a Minecraft movie to be, but but it is going to be a lot of fun and a tribute that comes from a good place, if you can see it as that. And also, do not get me started on how much of a banger, an absolute banger, the cinematic version of the Minecraft theme that plays in this film is just incredible. It's from C418, which is what everyone wanted. And if you sit back and you watch that, you listen to that, you go, look, and this is how I feel. I don't care if the designs were a bit weird or it didn't have everything in it that I wanted a Minecraft movie to have. When that epic theme comes on, that just transports me back to the little kid I was when I was playing this game originally. It captures that feeling. I know it's just the soundtrack, but it ties it all together, and that honestly made me feel really happy. And look, I think the movie, it definitely ties up way too neatly at the end. I wasn't a huge fan of like the big climactic battle and what happened there. It's very kind of Marvel action movie-ish, kind of resolving everything, but that's okay, you know, the movie's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's a fun time. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie, guys. I'm so happy to finally be able to give a positive review on this channel. I am honest with you guys. I would tell you if I thought this was a bad movie. I don't think it is. I think it's fun. I can't wait to own this on Blu-ray. I want to watch it again. I'm aware it's not perfect. It's not great, but it came from the right place. And that is really important to me. Again, that Minecraft theme, it brings a tear to my eye. It's beautiful. I have it stuck in my head now. So overall, I'm going to give a Minecraft movie 3.5 out of 5. Look, maybe one day it's got potential to go up to 4. Possibly. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. I love this. Tell me your Minecraft memories, and I'll see you down there in the discussion.